Yes, technically my high school graduating class and elementary, middle, and high school graduating class is one. It's just me. Ha ha ha. But this story is from college because that's the only actual schooling I have, and except for 2 weeks in the first grade, not 6 weeks. I was 6 years old. Okay, so I'm in college. It's like history class, just like sophomore level history or whatever, and old teacher. He died recently. He was like 90 at the time, just like tenure for decades. Just he's the history teacher for our like small liberal arts like state school. And he's calling attendance, very classic, going through the list, like such and such here, gun, and I say present, and he stops, and he takes his glasses off, puts his glasses on his forehead, folds the attendance sheet between his hands and holds his hands in front of him, and he looks up and he says, "Back in my day, if we wanted to be smart Alex, we would say attending." And then everyone gets a little chuckle, and then he gets up from the list, and he's like, "Hathaway," and my friend Andrew behind me says, "Attending."
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Common Ground Podcast, your favorite podcast where we talk about your favorite format, Pauper. I am your co-host, Cameron Schindler, joined, as always, by the beanie-wearing Thomas Gunn. What's up, brother?
Oh, the sky and other assorted nonsense in my life.
Speaking of
otherwise,
smart Alex.
Yeah, you know.
Back in my day, Thomas, we would say attending if I wanted to be a smart
Is
Alex.
that so?
Uh-huh.
Well, then I'm doing quite well, considering the crap storm of insurance nonsense in my life currently.
So you keep on the top card on the library, you put in the graveyard. Consider?
Yeah, again.
Yeah, I'll go. Okay. Well, thank you all so much for listening. If you made it this far, make sure you leave us
But wait.
We didn't even introduce our third co-host, James Hippo Chomp Hieronymus.
Chomp.
I don't know.
All right.
Can we start calling Hippo Chomp? How are you doing?
I'd really rather we didn't.
All right, I won't call you Chomp. That's the last one.
Cool.
How are you doing?
I am here and present and accounted for.
Work all right?
Attending.
Bet it's going to be a better week, you think?
So far, so good.
Heck yeah. We love that. We just wrapped up our first Common Ground Cup.
We did.
Us three commentated. We took some turns going in and out of commentary. Super, super fun. That was Thomas and I's first time commentating.
It was.
Hippo, you've done it before, I believe.
A few different times, yeah.
But I speaking for myself, it was just an incredible time. Like, vibes were immaculate. Room was filled with friends, and even those who we didn't know personally were very, very chill. Like, just I got to meet Derek. You guys met Derek from... That's who you met
from Louisville.
Yep.
Yeah, Derek Glenn. Yeah. Shout out to Derek.
Yep, that's who you met, Thomas.
Ninth place on Breakers Tilt.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we got ninth on Breakers.
That deck was sick. He played Red Green Madness.
Yes.
And oh my gosh, like he was on a feature match, and I'm just like, Rancor has a special place in my heart, and so I love seeing Rancor getting played in Pauper. And there's just
asking Root Wallas, and it was very cool.
There's got to be a place for Rancor to live in Pauper.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know, or like show up more. Even like for Grow Monsters, like we've seen that before. Let them play a little 1 of 2 of Rancor.
It's not bad in a format dominated by Writhing Chrysalis. You just make yours a little bit bigger and smash through, maybe.
In the days,
that's why Nyxborn Hydra is good. It's the trample.
In the days of old, we would play that in our mono green stompy decks.
The Rancor. Oh yeah, that used to be a deck. I do remember that.
It used to be a deck. Once upon a time, long, long ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all want to structure this. If you want to go through the top 8 right away. If y'all want to just go over vibes in general. Thomas, I want to ask you, how did you feel about like your first time commentating? Did you like feel like you got the groove of it a little bit better towards the end, or what?
I felt pretty good about it. I went back and watched. I've gone back through and watched a bunch of the coverage since, because we have it all up. The full stream is up on YouTube and Twitch as VODs on the Game Night Tennessee channels. We'll have all those links available for y'all, of course. But also, I'm in the process of getting each individual round clipped out and put up onto our YouTube channel. As of today, Tuesday, a couple days before y'all hear this, I have at least the finals uploaded and there and ready for your viewing pleasure. So we'll have maybe a couple more by the time y'all hear this. But you can check all of that out. How I felt, I felt pretty good about it. I felt like, because I also did my primary focus going into this was focusing on the stream graphics and the production and working with Kyle. Huge shout out to Kyle, just being our production director for the day. He's the manager down at Game Night. Great vibes, great collaboration with him.
Good offset, because the day before we went there to set up, you were kind of strung out a little bit.
I was a little, and I warned you guys on the way down that like when I get into, because I come from like a technical theater, stagecraft, like techie background professionally, where like when you are there to like set up a show, like it's like balls to the wall. Everyone's go. There's someone like delegating tasks as much as possible, and everyone's going, and it's a well-oiled machine. But it was for some of the equipment that I brought down, it was the first time either of you had ever worked with it as well, and like setting up some of the lights and trying to figure out how we wanted which mic to be where and which camera to be where and all of that stuff. Like it took a little bit to like flesh out a lot of those details, and you guys helped keep me in check a little bit when I
Kyle was a good balance to you, because you were strung out. Kyle was extremely chill, just the chillest. Like if things were going wrong, he's just like, dude, if this is the worst of our problems, we're golden.
Yes,
it's
true. It's true.
I coined you the nickname that.
You did call me Bridezilla a couple times, and it was apt. But we figured out the rhythm.
Power went out Friday night.
Yeah, power went out Friday night when we were setting up too.
Thankfully, not during the tournament.
We gotten through with most of the setup that night.
Yes,
that happened, so that was nice.
Yeah. But no. So that all was great. I was a little super focused. I was a little more focused on that than when it came to commentary. But in terms of doing commentary, in watching back the coverage, which is where I was going to start from, and then I wanted to make sure y'all knew where you could find coverage. I actually think I playing it back, I sound like I did a lot better of a job than I thought that I did in the moment, if that makes sense.
I can confirm you did a good job.
Thank you. I think that I learned that in order for me to be like super comfy and a lot more like gung-ho, like I definitely want to do this again, I think I need a couple more reps under my belt, like do a couple more shows to really feel like that. Because right after Cameron, you immediately are like, I want to do this again, I want to do more of this, like that was so much fun, and you absolutely crushed it. Like for your first commentary gig, like you absolutely crushed it. And so like it actually kind of surprised me that I didn't have that immediate like, oh, I want to do this again. But the production side of things, like making sure all the graphics are good and setting up all the audio and lighting equipment, like that's where I thrive. And so I feel like it was definitely a good reminder for me of like, I love the production and the setup and like directing a show and like all of that aspect, and I enjoyed commentary, but maybe it's not my like for sure like zone of genius. Like I'd love to do it again.
I think you did well on both sides.
Thank you. I'd love to do it again, but I think if I was given the choice from this point on, having done this, I think I would, if I had to pick one over the other, I would choose production.
Yeah, and like you said to me too, like the one thing I could have like did a little bit better was just look at the camera a little bit more. But it was a little bit hard because
our monitor is this huge screen right in front of us.
Yeah, like
so it's really hard to not look at yourself on camera.
Yeah, instead of like, and then you kind of have to look up a little bit to look at the camera. So like that's a little bit hard and stuff. But I think I looked at my co-host a lot too, which is also fine because it's like we're having the conversation and stuff. But more eye focus on the camera would have been nice. But yeah, I don't know. I felt like we know the format so well because we talk about it. We talk to each other so often, obviously. So like the chemistry was pretty easy. Like we already know our relationship together. Like I know I hear that with like some commentators and stuff. It's like it's hard to get a feel for the other person. It's like, well, we feel each other a lot,
right?
So
we do,
yeah.
I was unaware.
Yeah, it felt like pretty natural. Like I'm pretty. I feel like I have a
a kinship.
Yeah, like
connection.
once the lights are on, I have like that. Once the camera's on, I have like a good camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Embodiment. Persona. Ooh, Persona 5.
Like when we do this, like you hit that intro and we're like, all right, we're in the show.
Yeah. Like I can have like a really crappy day at work, or I could just have like a really bad week mentally, and it's just like as soon as the welcome back everybody, it's just like up.
All right,
you know,
we're
so
here.
that's fun. Yeah. And that's what's great about the show because it always helps me. You know, always good moods afterwards. But that was a whole tangent on its own. Hippo, how'd you like it? How'd you enjoy the commentating and stuff too?
Commentary's good. Getting to work with both of you was a delight.
Thank you.
For sure.
Likewise.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Agreed.
It was fun to learn how to do some of the production stuff, to set up all sorts of lights and audio and cameras and watch all how that goes down. That was fun because I haven't really noticed. That's definitely not my realm of expertise.
The OBS side of it is beyond us.
Yeah, that is not for me. Huge shout out to both Thomas and Kyle on all of the setting things up portion of the business. It was fun to get to watch, a bunch of people play some Magic all day. That's always fun.
Mm-hmm.
Less stressful than having to sit down there and play myself sometimes.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, it's weird because I have a huge bug to play Pauper right now.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
I mean, I fired up the challenge the following day.
A little bit of FOMO in a weird way. It's like we're there.
Yeah. I mean, I had FOMO, but it was also nice to we also had that the week prior. It's like I think I just kind of mentioned it over. It's like, man, it's really nice not to have to be worried about what am I gonna play? What is my prep gonna look like for this event?
Because I feel like there is. I don't know if you guys ever feel this, but like since we are like the Pauper guys in our scene, there is that pressure of like
we talked about this the week that
yeah,
Thomas wasn't here.
There is that pressure of like I feel like I have to do well. Yeah.
It's like we can't just play whatever we want. We kind of have to play something we think is actually going to be good for an event.
And it's like and that's probably all just made up in our heads though too, it's like
it probably is.
Yeah. And on the opposite side of that spectrum where it's like we didn't have to like stress about what to play, I thought it was so fun, like the months leading up to it, our friends coming to us and being like, what should I play? What do you think of this? What do you think of this? That was cool.
That did feel really nice because I had several different people ask me across, the week or two leading up, and I'm sure you did too. I know you did as well. So yeah, it was nice to like be that source of information, be that it's like, oh, did you have these pieces of cardboard that I need? It's like, yes, I do.
Yeah.
And then being able to set people up with decks to give them success across the day.
Yeah, and that's what was really fun. Like one of our buddies, Matt, like he doesn't play a ton of Pauper. He's a known like Rakdos Jun kind of sort of gamer, like loves these grindy mid-range decks and kind of stuff. And I'm like,
grindy black mid-range decks.
Exactly. I'm like, Jun Wildfire, just like the Cleansing Wildfire, Writhing Chrysalis, no Brood Scale combo mid-range deck. I'm like, this is right up your alley, dude. And I think he lost a win in.
Yeah.
And so like he did very, very well. And it was like, I remember like talking the day before, he's like, yeah, I don't care how I do. Like, I'm just excited for vibes. But like when he lost his winning in, he was like upset. So it was like cool to see him. It's not cool to see my friend upset, but it was cool to see my friend
care about the
result.
result.
Exactly. So it's like nice. And so I think he kind of like ends up liking the deck lots, and it's fun to see your friends have investment in something you put on, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It was cool. So yeah, on my side, it was just a good all around day for me.
Yeah. Very, 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 very.
I know we were all pretty exhausted by the end of it.
I think it was weird. I think I started out pretty high, like on coverage. I'm like, okay, got good energy. Somewhere in the middle, I'm like, if I don't eat food, I'm going to crash. And DoorDashed $30 Chipotle.
I know the first round where I was not on camera, I was sitting over at Kyle's desk while you two were on coverage together. And I literally started dozing. I was so tired.
Yeah, I got an energy drink.
I was so
tired. That helped me. Yeah.
Yeah, once I got home that night, I crashed so hard. So hard.
I slept 11 hours.
How many?
Wow.
11.
Nice.
Like I crashed and
Jelly.
Yeah,
I was so hyped up.
Good for you. That was me the night before. I was so hyped up.
Yeah.
And then the hangout, like the dinner we had afterwards, was just so fun.
Good.
Like the vibe. because we had a lot of friends like do really, really well. One of our good friends, Austin, who we talk about on the show quite often, he put in so much work for this tournament, and he ended the Swiss 6-0.
He was the lone 6-0.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
That doesn't happen a lot of times. A lot of times
6-0,
people are just like,
12-0.
yeah, 12-0?
6-0, 12-0.
Oh.
No game threes.
He literally didn't drop a game.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Spoiler alert, he lost his first match of top 8.
Yeah,
which
spoiler alert, he loses
sucks,
in top
but
8.
like, awesome. And he
Wow.
played, he deserved it, not to lose. He deserved the 6-0, 12-0 because he put in so much work.
He definitely played more Pauper in the last month than the three of us combined.
Every day we would check, like, I'd get on Discord,
Yep,
and
in
I'd
our
see
little group.
Austin's playing a league.
Yep.
Like, Austin's playing a Pauper league.
Yep.
And then, like, we go to work. He's talking to me about like this, that, like, I'm like, geez.
Yeah,
so we'll have to have him on just to talk about Black White Blade sometime.
Yeah,
'Cause
he definitely wants to talk about that deck. I'm
Yeah.
happy to have him
I'm
on
into
and
it.
get
I'm
into
into
it. Pick his brain a little bit on it.
because big time. Because he has definitely played more Pauper than us.
I was
This
going to
month.
say, in the last month,
Combined
between
of us.
the combined three of us, he played more than we
Yeah,
because he was starting to run into the same people like in leagues. Even he's just like
He's recognizing.
He's
names.
like, oh, yep, I know who this person is. I know exactly what they're playing.
And he even said to me, he's like, I'm like 1-1 against. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. I think it was like Mogd or something. Not Mogd, because Mogd doesn't really do the leagues too much. I can't remember who
Some
it was.
grinder.
I think it was one of the fairies people.
Sure.
Too.
Barf?
Barf.
That's it.
He's like, I'm 1-1 against Barf, so if I'm 1-1 against them, I feel pretty all right. And so that was funny. Shall we go over this top 8? Was there anything else y'all wanted to like say? Like, we'll have our friend Full on
Yes.
next week. Okay. Yes.
Huge shout out to Game Night.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cannot forget
Yeah.
Game Night. They absolutely deserve a huge bout of appreciation from us for letting us run this event there in their store, and to the owner Steven for being a more than gracious host.
Steven's the man. Like,
Steven is the dude.
he just listens to what the community wants.
Yep.
You know,
he is.
and
I appreciate the feedback, like responding to feedback of people wanting to do things and then making them happen. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's cool because he's not just talk. Too,
No,
which
he
is
puts-
fun.
he
It's
puts
like,
it up.
Yeah, y'all want to do this? Let's do it.
Yep.
And then I think we're gonna have to have a chat with him. Like maybe do this.
We have a different idea coming up, I think.
Oh, we do. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I was like, well, Austin and I were talking about this.
I heard that too. But
That would be I'm very interested.
I
in
think
that.
we're talking about doing a Common Ground Summer 2024 or 2025 Cup and a Common Ground Winter 2025 Cup. Like every year, just have two: a Summer Cup and a Winter Cup.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That'd be kind of cool. Mm-hmm.
That would be sick.
And then I think it'll just get better and better as we keep doing it.
Yeah.
So look out for more. Shall we break down this top 8? Was there any other like specific moments that really?
I mean, it was just really cool. I'm really glad that we very quickly agreed to do like a rotating commentary setup, because it gave each of us a round to like kind of take off, like have some time to just like recenter ourselves, take a little rest time, but also give us each a chance to have a round to like walk around out in the tournament and
Catch the
just, like,
vibes.
get the vibe, chat with people, check in with Garrison, who huge shout out to
Yeah,
Garrison
another
Fote,
big
who
shout out.
came out and was our head judge.
Yep.
Many of you listening may know Garrison just from various events around the country. He's one of the best judges in the country, period, full stop. And he just happens to live in Tennessee. So we are very fortunate to have him be a judge
time.
for a handful of our local events as well. And he stepped in to fill, because Austin is usually the judge at game night, and Austin really wanted to play for the trophy. So
Because he had a shelf picked out.
Yes,
for that trophy.
he did.
Oh.
He did up until Saturday night. We love you. We love you, Austin. But no, huge shout out to Garrison. Garrison's awesome to work with. One of the best judges around. Just getting to hang out in between, like have a round off, hang out, catch the vibe. I felt really, we were all dressed really nicely. We all dressed. We all had like a shirt. We all had a tie in some capacity. James, you had a nice sweater vest, and Cameron and I had a nice little button down and tie set up, and we were all looking pretty fly.
We definitely got the compliments.
Looking dapper.
So like walking around like with I've got a pen, and I've got the round pairings, and I've got my notebook. I'm taking notes. I'm like keeping an eye on things. I look all professional walking around like Nick Miller, like Star City Games events and that sort of stuff. Like
one of my favorite parts was going up to the table and being like, all right, don't start. We're gonna put you in the feature match, and like they get over there. I'm like, y'all are gonna resolve mulligans. Don't start until you get the thumbs up. I don't know why, but that was just like so fun to grab somebody.
Right? Yeah.
Round one, it was really cool that we had the father-son with Jay and Sai being paired against each other.
Yeah, Jay and Sai were paired. Yeah.
So maybe in like retrospect, Austin called dibs on the round one feature because
did.
he's like, I'm scared I'm not going to do well and not get another opportunity to be on feature on coverage. So he called it. We're like, whatever.
He did call it way ahead of time.
Yeah,
he did.
So like we'll allow you to call dibs on that, but Sai Jay would have been like pretty sick.
That would have been a fun match.
Yeah, that'd have been really really cool. Another highlight I wanted to put over was our buddy Devin playing against one of our other buddies, Ian. Like that matchup was really cool.
In round two feature.
Yeah, round two feature. Ian's Goblin deck is so sick. It's just kind of like this Kadoltha red, but it's playing this Goblin package. You have Goblin Sledder and
Mog
Raiders, which both say sacrifice a Goblin, target creature gets +1/+1 until in a turn. And so
and Lotus
like,
Petals.
So I had I had a conversation with Ian after the turn, well, kind of post tournament.
Yeah.
The Lotus Petals are not long for this world.
Oh no,
Nope, they are not long.
No.
They're either, I'm sure they're 100 or 0
because it's 16 lands.
Yep.
Plus Lotus Petals.
Right.
That's so many mana sources.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
So
it's like
either
3
you
more than most
gotta
people.
trim some lands, or the Lotus Petals gotta go.
so,
Yeah.
But no, I think that is correct. The correct decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like you can focus on the Goblin plan, which I think is great.
That's the side I like.
Because like the Sledder Mog Raider plan, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Because we got to watch. There was a turn or whatever that we watched.
Yeah, they were able to push through
against
exactly
Devin.
lethal
Yep,
through
that-
2 blockers.
That was the moment I was going to talk about was a previous turn. Ian, they played a Kadoltha Rebirth, got 3 tokens, and they had 2 Goblin Sledders. And like during the game, we see like Devin trying to pick some stuff off of the Cast in the Fire, but you can Cast in the Fire only kills 1 Goblin if a Goblin Sledder out because you just sack it, give the other one +1/+1, and it survives. But we see Ian like Percussionist flips over, hits a Fire Blast. Or it was a synth at the beginning of the turn, hits a Fire Blast, and you guys are commentating, I'm watching the game, and immediately I see the Fire Blast, and I'm like, that's lethal. Like, Devin's just dead here. And exactly that, Ian swings, Devin makes the block, and Ian's just, okay, sack the block ones, pump there, Fire Blast you, you're dead. It was just, let's go.
Yes.
That was sick. That was a really, Devin, not unfortunately, Devin overcomes that and gets the match, and it was really fun to interview Devin too because he's a good buddy of mine and stuff too. So like the interviewing part was really really fun.
We did winners interviews as well. That was something that Steven, the owner at Game Night, really wanted to make sure the stream included. It just gives everyone a little time in the limelight, a little spotlight for being in the feature match and stuff. So because we had the 3 of us, we set up a separate area rather than have the winner come in and sit with us in the booth and like have it be like logistically strange and have things happening while you're not cut away from the screen. So it was nice. And so then the third one of us who wasn't on commentary also, you take a little break, you walk around, catch the vibe, and also be the person on the winner interview. So like we definitely got the flow of that and like some audio things
that made me so sad.
roughed out by the end of it. We got that figured out. We got the into the flow, but it was cool.
That's kind of like, oh, sorry.
I had another thing. Speaking on like getting to pull people for the feature, our first semifinal, which was between Michael Full and Devin, who you just mentioned, who had just played against Ian in that second round. Devin makes it all the way to the semifinals against our friend Michael Full in the semifinals, and like they finish up. There's like a very fun moment in that match as well that we'll get to probably later. But that when they were done, we checked while because it was James and I on coverage.
I don't know. I was on for the last 3 rounds. I don't remember.
It was James and I on coverage for the semifinal. Cameron, you're interviewing Full for the win, and while we're on that screen, I run out into the tournament hall to see if our other semifinal has started yet, and they're just shuffling up to start getting started setting up for game 3, and I get to pull them into the feature, and we get to have the last game of our other semifinal, like surprise jump onto coverage. And
what was that match again? I couldn't even remember.
That one was Jonathan Turner on John Wildfires versus Carl Schroeder on Fairies.
Okay, yep. I do remember that.
Which Jonathan does take down. Huge shout out to Jonathan. Jonathan was playing like a beast all day long. Like the only loss was against Austin in the round 1 feature, and then goes 3 wins and an unintentional draw, I think against Full. I think they
so.
took an unintentional draw.
Yep. It was against Full.
Yeah, against Full.
Yep.
Yeah, which I think Jonathan had to play to try and, or they were only in game 2 by the end of that. So Jonathan finds like finds a wild line to win game 2 to force the draw, like as they're like in like the second minute of their time extension or whatever, and they we're just gonna take the draw. Like
nice.
neither of these Jund decks can win in 2 minutes.
No.
So they just like take the draw, and that was and then Jonathan wins the last match, I think against our buddy Matt. I think that was the winning
it was
there.
Yep, that was I watched the tail end of that because I wasn't on coverage, and I was just, or it might have been after coverage, and I was just like watching the end of that one and stuff. Because I remember I was gonna try to like get them on backup match for coverage.
Yep.
After we're done, I'm like, I see like Jund Mirror. I'm like, okay, it's Jund Wildfire Mirror. I'm like, surely they're not done. Like, like there's 20-30 minutes left.
They were already in game 3 with 20 minutes left on the clock. Like it was insane.
What? Like, what are y'all doing over here?
I know.
And I'm like, that's good for y'all, I guess.
Yeah, no, Jonathan was playing like fire all day long. Made it all the way to the finals.
And had one of the coolest moments on camera.
Coolest moments on camera the whole day
sick.
in the finals.
That was really cool.
That was so sick.
Do we want to do this top 8 then, or did you have one last thing?
Yeah, I had one last thought. Going back to the Steven, like just making a point to give players like the limelight. That's really cool. It's like very similar to Cedric Phillips' philosophy when he was running the shows at Star City Games, where make it feel special.
Yes.
Like give the players a reason to come, give them their spotlight,
Yes.
Make it feel like it's cool to get a feature match. It's cool to get the winner's interview.
Right.
I feel like the spotlight's on me.
That's why we ordered a trophy.
Yeah, we ordered a trophy.
It's cool to play for a trophy.
And even then, Magic's a niche, and then we are a niche within Magic as a whole. Pauper isn't the most popular format, and it's like that tournament isn't the most viewed tournament on Twitch or most covered tournament or whatever. But even then, like the small tournament that we are kind of like putting together with a small crew, it feels special. Like I wanted to. People wanted the feature match. That's cool.
And we had like an average like 50-ish viewers concurrent through the
at
entire
like 70 something.
Yeah, but like,
I saw like 70 at
somewhere
some
in the 40 to 50 range of people watching at all times throughout the whole day, which is very impressive for like a first time effort like this.
Yeah, that was really, really cool. So just I don't know, it was just cool to see people care about getting the feature match, and I want it to feel special.
Yeah.
And that's something that in the future just keep keep making it feel better, keep the production value going up and up.
That's why I cared so much about making sure the production value was good.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I want people to watch this and feel like invested, and like people,
and,
like everyone out there was watching on their phones in between rounds and stuff too, and they're like, you guys, it looks great, and I was like, yeah, we busted our butts on this.
And like there's some small kinks here and there. Like round 2, when I was doing like the winners interview with Devin, it's like that kind of like it was turned really low for a second and it goes back up, and
we figured it out. There was some awkwardness with what we were able to do for the day. But.
Exactly. But should we move it into these?
Our top 8?
This top 8.
For sure. Do you want me to just read it through kind of like how I would for a challenge?
Actually, would you like to break down what the metagame was for us before we go into top 8?
Sure. Let's do that.
Yeah,
let's
break down the metagame. Let me pull up this little slide.
This beautiful graphic that you made yourself?
Yeah. I made this so this was another little behind the scenes production thing. So if anyone watching the stream saw this, but I also posted it on Twitter as well. I made a little metagame breakdown slide. Part of the reason that I felt the best order of who commentates first was starting with James and Cameron is so that I could take care of a bunch of behind the scenes stuff while round 1 was going on, while I was off coverage. So that was getting everyone's deck list organized, everyone's name and their deck archetype put in a spreadsheet so that Kyle could just pull from that for like spelling references and copy and pasting into the text files for OBS and like all that sort of stuff. So and also then it allowed me to make a little metagame breakdown pie chart. So we had 33 players. We had our most played deck with 5 copies was Kuldotha Red. And of course, there's like a little bit of an asterisk in some of these. Like that also includes Ian's more goblin-focused version. 4 copies of Affinity. We had 3 copies of Brood Scale. That was 2 Jund and 1 Black-Green. 3 Jund Wildfires, 3 Blue-Red Terror, this is the Scred variant, 3 Madness decks, which is 2 Black-Red, and then the 1 aforementioned Red-Green Madness deck, very sweet brew that Derek Glenn brought down. 2 Mono Blue Terror, 2 Mono Blue Fairies, 2 Black-White Blade, and then 6 one-ofs, which are Mono White Aggro / White Weenies, Elves, Black-Green Gardens, Walls, Black-Green Fog, and Flickertron.
Also, with the 2 Black-White Blades, I wanted to point out that Austin 5-0'd a league, and the other person who was playing Black-White Blade, like, didn't know that person was gonna like be there and like use that list and just like copy Austin's 5-0 league. So that was kind of cool. I thought that was cute.
I think I heard that it was essentially a mirror, though they were playing disfigures instead of stabs.
Oh yeah, potato.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
the same card. So that's our metagame. I'll reverse order through the top 8, and then we can talk about specific deck lists, because I have all the deck lists in my hand. That's a nice thing of being a TO. You get all the documentation.
Paper riffle into the mic.
In 8th place. So this is just wait. No, I need to go in the actual order. All right. So this is not. I was about to read it off from Swiss, but that's incorrect.
I have it online.
I have it right here.
I can pronounce all these names too.
In 8th place, Bailey McMinn playing Kuldotha Red. In 7th place, Dustin Sendejas playing Grixis Affinity. Oh, I will say there was a single copy of each deck archetype in the top 8. There are no repeats in top 8.
Awesome.
In 6th place, Mr. Jonathan Dacus playing Walls. A 4-1 record before drawing in the last round. So
a bold choice.
Yeah, very bold, but it served him well.
It worked.
Served him well.
Bold choice.
In 5th place, our dear friend Austin Walker with Black-White Blade. Of course, 6-0 in the Swiss.
Yep, 5th place.
6-0 in the Swiss, and only taking that first loss in top 8. In 4th place, Carl Schroeder playing Mono Blue Fairies. In 3rd place, Devin Northcutt playing Blue-Red Terror.
Our beautiful Devi Webby.
In 2nd place, Jonathan Turner on Jund Wildfires. And in 1st place, with a 7-0-2 record, going technically undefeated on the day, is Michael Full playing Jund Brood Scale. Notably, so where do you want to start? Are we going to start with the Jund list, or just like breeze on past it? Because we're going to have Michael on the show next week.
Yeah, I think we'll leave that so we can just talk about his journey through the deck.
Yeah,
whatever.
Perfect.
And just briefly, real quick, Michael does not play a ton of Pauper at all. Really,
played Pauper in like 2 years.
Not in a while. No.
Yeah. But
certainly not since Chrysalis.
Known black-green combo enjoyer, so
Yes.
we were like, we got the deck for you.
Yes, we do.
It's true, we
So
do.
give Michael Full a good black-green combo deck, and he'll crush
do
it.
well.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. No, he
Regardless of the format, it literally does not matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, yeah.
He'll play it if it's bad, too.
It's true.
He has one of the best day 2 RC records of anyone on the team, too.
It's
he
true.
9-5 one of the, I think, Dallas?
I'm sorry.
I think it was Dallas
Whose
last year.
whose record's better?
Mine.
Okay, well.
Well, also, if you include the Spotlight series, Jonathan went 10-5, so most recently. So, you know. Let's talk, just go right down the list here. Let's go over Jonathan Turner's Jund Wildfires list. Like we said earlier, Jonathan was absolutely crushing it throughout the day. We've got 3 Krark Clan Shamans in the main, 1 Toxin Analysis, a couple of Blood Fountains. Otherwise, this is doing the Cleansing Wildfire into Refurbished Familiar, Writhing Chrysalis. Yep. The new Jund Affinity, essentially.
I believe his
2 Nyxborn Hydras.
Yeah, I believe his process was kind of pick this one last minute kind of thing.
That's also the sense I got from him, that he hadn't played a ton of reps with it, but it's just playing like a bunch of good cards.
Just gonna take the I have format knowledge. I know this deck is good. I'm going to crush people with it.
Yeah,
Yep.
and he did,
and it worked.
And
really did.
opting for the 2 Galvanic Blast. I know not every deck is on that.
Mm-hmm.
Like some lists aren't playing the Galvanic Blast at all. They're just playing cast downs.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, he had a cast down split. He had one in the main and one on the side, and was playing a couple of the emblem creatures in 2 copies of Avenging Hunter in the board.
that makes sense.
I liked that because that came up in his top or the finals match.
In the finals that we saw.
Yeah, came up because the emblem won the game.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, it did.
Just against
Straight
like
up won the game.
the decks that aren't focusing more on the board, it's nice to get the emblem out.
Yep.
Like obviously it's not for fairies and Black White Blade and stuff, but like
No.
against Brute Scale and probably Walls combo, it's good. It's a nice clock.
Would agree.
Yeah. And he's got a couple breath weapons in the board too, so not like fully relying on Croclan Shaman Toxin analysis plus a second toxin analysis in the board too. So really like making the concerted effort to make sure you have a bunch of bases covered here. Which we really like to see.
Like it, I like it. Then we got Devin Northcutt.
Mr. Devi Wevy.
His blue-red terror deck here in third place.
So yeah, he chose. So I know I handed out another copy of Blue Red Terror for someone, our friend Wub, and there were definitely some differences between the two lists. I know Devin was playing like singleton copies of like Spell Pierce, Behold the Multiverse, Dispel. Only 2 copies across the 75 of Breath Weapon.
But the breath weapons were in the main board too.
So were the ones I handed Wub to.
Okay,
all
gotcha.
all 3 were in the main.
Nice. But you know what the other big difference is with Devin's list?
What's that?
All foiled.
It is entirely full. It's very pretty. Someone did give. I did see in chat there were some compliments for.
There were, yes.
for Devin's all foiled, beautiful.
And he likes to choose strange artworks too.
He sure loves some like secret layers.
Yeah,
and
Hippo and
alternate
I,
arts, and it is just that is not for.
Yeah,
either
Hippo
of
and
us.
I are both like original printing.
Please.
It's like that's like
Please.
that's our. I think that's our
That's
bling
our
preference.
aesthetic.
Is like foil OG printing.
Yes.
Is like what we like.
Well, you're on the foil.
Yeah, with Pauper I'm
Well,
on the
yeah.
foil definitely. Pauper and Q.
I like looking at unflashy cardboard personally, but that's just me.
Fair.
Different strokes for different folks.
Exactly. Don't yuck anyone's yums. I like the split between Azorius Fleet Admiral and Crimson Fleet Commodore.
Yeah.
Because who knows what's better?
Um,
Not I.
I think the 3/3 is better. I think.
But people are gonna bring in all these blasts for you.
I mean, you're gonna get blasted either way.
But
Like,
no
you're
one's
gonna
no one's bringing in blue blast counter your red spells.
I'd bring in Blue Blast.
I had
against
that
them.
happen today while I was playing Jay.
Never mind.
if I'm playing like a mono blue deck, absolutely I'm bringing
like,
in Blue
yeah,
Blast.
Jay was
because
playing-
they're gonna play their red blast.
I was like, Jay and I were playing a Terramir, and
Come on.
I brought in my
What are
red
we doing
blast,
here?
and Jay got to bring in his blue blast.
Yeah, fair.
So-
Fair.
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
So yeah, you get they're like the red blasts are totally fine, or the blue blasts are totally fine. Either side.
It was another thing that was neat to just have all the deck lists in front of us for the entirety of a tournament and getting to notice these small differences between specific lists, like the list that the 75 that you handed Wub, James, of the blue-red list. Like Wub was not playing a Spell Pierce. I think Wub's on the full 4 Lightning Bolts.
Correct.
So like little differences here and there of like, and of course it's not an open deck list tournament, so like does your opponent know that they do or do not have to play around Spell Pierce, and like all those little things that was really interesting to like think about from a coverage standpoint too. I thought that was really cool.
And it's very eye-opening. Like another thing I've talked about in the past for like practicing is playing games with both players' hands revealed, because then it makes playing around something obvious, and so when you actually play that matchup, you know what's important to play around, and
Right.
you know what you lose to. Because like when we're watching these games and we can catch glimpses of players' hand, it's like we have perfect knowledge,
Right.
and it's like it's hard to remember. It's like, whoa, no, duh, that's the correct play. The other player's like, okay, what do I have to play around here? You know?
Yeah, and I called this out on coverage, and I probably shouldn't have, but there was a match between Devin and Ian. Devin was at 5 in game 3 for a long time, and there was a chance that if Ian just rips Goblin Grenade, that Devin just dies. And so Devin was holding this like breath weapon, and I was like, Devin needs to do this in Ian's upkeep so that Ian doesn't have an opportunity to cast the Goblin Grenade so that Devin dies.
Right.
But never drew the Goblin Grenade, but like giving yourself like, 'cause I think that was the point where Devin had double terror in play.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, he needs to do this now so he's not just completely dead.
And I don't know at that point if Devin's seen a Goblin Grenade.
I think he did see it in the
He
previous
had.
game.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I think it got flipped over like off a synthesizer or something.
Yeah. Yep.
But anyways,
And that
so-
stuff's like easier for us to say when we
yeah,
can,
like yeah,
Right, yeah,
we
we're
had-
not the ones in the moment. Like the commentary's job, like it was interesting to thread that line of calling out like for like educational purposes
Yes.
of calling out, oh, they could have done this without making it sound like, wow, I can't believe they didn't do this, you know, like
Exactly.
Yeah,
right,
no,
that was a very fine line to ride, and I had to catch myself, like, I would never disparage someone, like, purposefully. Like, if it's a friend and I'm disparaging you jokingly, like, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But, like, I would never actually do that to someone in a game, especially a game on the feature match, blah blah blah, you know, a bunch of people are watching, like, but like I think we did thread the needle pretty well of like these moments where you could be like, oh yeah, I think they could have done this. It technically would have been better, but like, you know, also not disparaging someone for making the play they made.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously playing Magic already is hard. Playing Magic on camera is harder.
Yes.
And and especially when now you know your friends are watching you, it gets even more difficult than, you know. So there's a lot of.
I'm 1-3 in camera matches lifetime across all tournaments I've been on camera.
So
I've never had a feature match.
I have had a few different ones over the years.
Two at the Dallas RC, one at an SCG event in Columbus, and then the team trios.
I was like, you had an RCQ win too on camera.
Oh yeah.
I think it's
okay. I'm 2-3.
I was like, I got
2-3 on camera lifetime. Let's go.
I was like, I got to commentate your win. So
I forgot my first RCQ win.
Where was I going with that?
Scred. Devin not making optimal plays because he's
Whoa,
Devin.
whoa.
See, disparaging
okay.
friends.
So no, okay. So Magic is already hard, and I'll be the first to admit that I do not play Magic like I can talk about Magic. Like I can, like I can look even just sitting on one side of the board.
Yeah.
Physically not playing the game and versus playing the game is a totally different mindset for me.
Yeah.
Like I look at things very, very differently, and I think I had you guys ask Will this same question.
So you almost play better out of the moment?
Yes, I play better not physically playing the game.
That's interesting. Yeah.
I do not. I absolutely play worse than when I'm not playing. Like it just like if I can like watch somebody play and go, this is what they should be doing. This is like what's correct. Like that is totally different for me.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
So yeah, I can say no crashing on Devin on that moment. So like, and then I mentioned something to him after the match. I was like, hey, you do know like this is probably would have been better for you, right? And he's like, yeah. Okay. Like cool. Okay.
Also, I love the moment where his list is 3 lightning bolts.
That's so good.
On round 2, he plays Augur Bolus on top. All top 3 cards.
Picks up
lightning
the 3,
bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt,
and then just like
the
and then raises them up to the camera to show the camera. And we're all just like cracking up.
Yeah, that was
so
pretty
good.
funny. Yeah, a lot of the players had a really good like camera etiquette, and that made it like really fun.
Yeah.
Full when he won. Pours his water into the trophy.
That was so good.
So good.
That was
Couldn't
good.
have imagined a better way to get that.
Derek
beautiful.
writing Common Ground Heart on there and putting that in the center of a table while they're playing. Just a lot of fun, like little moments that you have to go back and watch that the players just made very fun.
Yes.
Like, yeah, very good camera etiquette.
I think one of the biggest things that actually occurred, it was a recurring theme of the day, was attacking for 0.
Oh,
plants and scions.
Yeah, Derek was big on that, and it was funny because like Derek and Full were playing. The match is actually on the TV right now. Pause, but they were playing. Derek does it a few times. Full doesn't do it, and then eventually the next game, Full starts doing it.
and then Full kept doing it later on.
Yeah,
too.
it was funny. That was good stuff.
Good.
Sending a message.
Love that because this is a fun event. So we like. Yeah, we were playing people were playing for money, but it's like this is a fun event.
It was kind
of the intention was to make this more of a
good vibes,
a good vibe event than like a hardcore trying to cheese rules lawyer your way into wins kind of event. So
yeah,
I think that was glad it worked as intended.
4th place we had.
In 4th place, we had Carl Schroeder on Mono Blue Fairies. Carl was our 8th seed, one of a couple of 4 and 2s that made it in. It was kind of nice going down the line of the tables on the last round and being like, okay, table 1 and 2 are all locked, so we can ignore them for coverage. And then like 3, 4, 5, and maybe 6 were all feature matches. So like we pulled table 5, that was Dustin Sendejas versus Michael Guy in round 6. But Carl won at table 6. Bested our friend of the podcast, Andy Havermill, who otherwise would have been in top 8.
And he ended up in Wub ended up in 11th place.
Yes, Wub ended up in 11th.
That was a fun one.
Yes.
Randy ended up.
Andy ended up in 15th.
15th.
15th. Third in the 9 pointers.
Okay.
No, our feature match wasn't Dustin and Andy. It was Dustin, the mono blue Fape opponent.
Yeah, that's
what
Michael
you just
Guy.
said.
Oh, I heard somebody.
I said Carl, who is our fourth place player
yes.
here.
I'm
Carl
sorry. Excuse
bested Andy
editor,
for the
editor
win
cut
at
that.
table
Editor
6,
cut me being wrong.
and then played against Austin on coverage in the quarterfinals. Got the upset against Austin,
Yep,
and so
my
Austin
bad.
is no longer in the tournament. So Carl finished fourth place. Another judge at game night. He and Austin do the CEDH events, the CEDH tournaments together.
Yep.
They're pretty big events, so it definitely pays to have two judges for on hand for those. This is
Long events too.
A little bit of an older fairies list. We're looking at the mutagenic growths in the main deck, and no real like for sure answers for writhing chrysalis in the board. Like there's also no snare master sprites.
You could have told me that deck was from like 2017, and I would have 1,000% believed you.
Well, and I have some questions.
I'm sorry,
about this
2017.
Moon Circuit hacker,
not quite
but
that far back, but
3 years ago.
outside of that, like
of,
you
of
could've-
One
you-
Mind and the Moon Circuit hacker.
It is a 3-year-old list.
It is.
Yeah.
It is old.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Carl, again, someone who really hasn't played much Pauper. This might have been the very first Pauper event he's ever played.
I believe so.
And just picked up this mono blue list and did really well with it.
Played it very, very, very well too.
Yeah, he
extremely.
did. Yeah, every time I saw him play, he's just incredible patience, thoughtfulness. Just thinking very clearly.
Sitting on those mutagenic growths to like the perfect moment.
Yeah.
And like one play I thought that was like really, really good was it was him and Austin in the first round of top 8.
Mm-hmm.
He swings with one creature in the air, creature on the ground, a moon circuit hacker on the ground, and why can't I think of it name? Brian Barrow intruder.
Yeah.
On the ground. Austin blocks the moon circuit hacker because your brain goes to I don't want them to loot.
Right.
And he goes, okay, ninjutsu, pick up the Brine port, flash fin the blind port, give the creature blocking moon circuit -2, and instead of that being a trade, it's just
and then mutagenic growth it.
It was just not even mutagenic growth. I don't think it was a core Skyfisher. It might have been a Glenhawk that blocked the 2/1s because it was going to be a trade.
I'm sorry, I thought you were setting up a mutagenic.
There were
growth
multiple.
story.
There were multiple instances that he just
he turned a situation that would have been a 1-for-1 trade and ended up 2-for-1ing his opponent there. It's just geez.
Fairies is very good at doing that.
Yeah, Fairies is a good deck.
Doing that, picking it up for the first time too, it was very, very.
Turns out if you just hand good players good decks, they tend to do well with them.
Yeah, piloted it extremely well. It was really cool to see.
He was very patient, and it rewarded him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sideboard is annuls, blue blasts, hydroblasts, relics, and steel sabotages. So just relics and more counter spells.
Yeah, as you said, that deck looks like it's from 3 years ago.
Yeah,
probably.
But it's the nice thing about Pauper. This is something our friends across the pond over at Casting Commons, they also talked a little bit about our little tournament this week. You can go check out their podcast episode this week as well. But something they said that I'll echo here is that sometimes people, especially with Pauper in these paper tournaments, they'll just pick up whatever list they've been playing, or someone hands them a list that isn't maybe totally up to date or doesn't have the latest tips and tricks from challenges or whatever, and they'll still do well with it because they know what they're doing, and the deck as a baseline is good. So yeah, it's just pretty cool that just that could never happen in standard or modern. You could, or even pioneer to an extent, you can almost never see that happen because so much is churning so quickly.
Yeah, just the amount of sets, the power level of sets.
Used to be able to do that in Legacy.
You used to be able to do it in modern.
Yeah,
you used to be able to do it in modern.
Yeah,
correct. Modern and Legacy used to be able to do that.
That is something we touch on quite a bit. But
it's one of the nice things about Pauper. Any other notes on the fairies list? I'll echo all of your sentiments. Carl played well all day.
Yeah, very, very well. Congrats.
In fifth place is Austin Walker, our friend Austin, on this very innovative black-white blade deck. The most interesting thing here to me in the main deck are these couple of copies of Stab. It's the single black mana, -2/2 till end of turn. Disfigure getting reprinted as a new name in Foundations, and it's something that I thought was really interesting because if you don't want to play Defile, if you don't have a ton of swamps for Defile, there isn't a ton of really good 1 mana removal in black and white.
Yeah, you can't.
Like there really isn't anything.
You're
else.
not the Jund Wildfire deck, so it's really hard for you to get the swamp into play. Where like this, like they get to play the Wildfire and they get to put Snuff Out in their deck. This deck really cannot play Snuff Out.
No, because
it's also trying to be like the artifact lands, so it's because it's trying to put the Refurbished Familiar into play.
Previously, before Furby, it was easy to play Snuff Out, but now it's just like
it's way harder.
It's asking a lot.
Well, you have to choose one way or the other, and that's something that Austin was talking with us all about in his testing of like, do you want to go all in on Snuff Outs, or do you want to go all in on Refurbished Familiar?
I like, because the way he's constructed his deck, I like the Refurbished Familiar plan instead over Snuff Out, because he does play like other removal spells in lieu of having Snuff Out.
He's got 3 whole copies of Cast Down here, and the 3 Tithing Blades,
and the Stabs, which is
alongside the Stabs.
And talking about the Stabs, he told me that he is expecting Mono Blue to be popular. They're good against Mono Blue Fairies because that's a deck that usually takes advantage of people not having 1-mana removal spells. Like we talked about the Obscura quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's fine against Mono Red, and it's fine against Jund Broodscale because a lot of people be like, well, they can just like activate Broodscale and combo on top of that. It's like that deck is like maybe later in the game, and like that deck tends to combo later in the game too. But even when that deck combos later in the game, it is very mana tight. You are the turns you're winning, you used all your mana most of the time. Like you don't have 2 mana to go over on top.
Yeah, because then you're trying to like hold up these like protection spells or disruptive spells or whatever.
Yep. And all Stab needs to do is get the first Tameo safekeeping out or whatever. You know, like that's against that matchup. It just needs to be a buffer until you can like Deadly Spew draw more removal or whatever.
For sure.
Also,
3 copies of Divest in the sideboard. This is an Austin Walker special. Divest is a single black mana for sorcery. You get to look at your opponent's hand, and you get to have them discard a creature or artifact.
Notably, this does hit artifact lands.
It does, which I imagine came up to some extent across the day. But Austin's been really high on this card. It's the reason we've talked about, like, him asking about the card is the reason we've talked about it on the show before.
Correct.
Really, really interesting to play these instead of any copies of Duress. I guess he just felt that the non-creature spells were not something he really needed to worry about.
0 copies of Duress in a 75?
Yeah, 0 copies of Duress. Oh. Just Divest. He identified very quickly into testing with this deck that Chrysalis was going to be a problem.
Big time.
So being able to just get it out of their hand in the first place,
or the Broodscale too,
or the Broodscale too. That's totally fine too.
Potato with against that deck.
It's true.
Yeah.
Or opposing familiars, though that's probably a little easier to deal with.
Yeah.
No, really, really cool to see a card like Divest do well.
Got him on the 2 Trespassers Curse. This was before realizing that if Broodscale has the full combo, they can just combo over on top of it, and it doesn't do anything.
Yes, if they have the outlet to kill you on the spot. Yes,
it only stops them passing or attacking with an infinite.
Yes,
because Broodscale can always respond to a Trespasser's curse.
Yes,
and with the Drain, they just sack the new spawn. Trespasser Curse triggers once you make another one. They sack it for mana. Trespasser Curse triggers once you make another one. They sack it for mana, and then they just kill you if they have the Nadir's Nightblade or the makeshift munitions, like Thomas said.
Yeah, but I think giving yourself something to like prevent them from just doing the I'm going to make this creature infinitely large. Like make them have the out, because they only have so many. They have, I think, Falls listed with
2.
One Nightblade and 1 makeshift munitions.
Correct.
So that is not a terrible thing.
Nope.
Like, it's totally fine.
And they were playing the mid-range game quite a bit. No, I agree. And Austin has these Dawnbringer clerics where it's like if they're playing munitions early, Austin can blow it up with the Dawnbringer cleric.
Even if they play it like in the middle of a game, in the middle of like a mid-rangey style game, he can just like flicker it with an ephemerate.
Exactly, and blow it up.
Nice. So you can play it like early, gain life or whatever, and then just like flicker it later.
Yep.
Yeah, the Trespasser's Curse also relevant against Goblin combo, and you could also potentially just play it fair against like Koldotha and stuff like that. Like it's somewhat reasonable. But the card you just mentioned though is Ephemerate. 3 copies of Ephemerate in Austin's list, and you don't see those every day either.
No, I think the big one for him here is that it basically replaces like Hopeless Nightmare.
Sure.
Is like I think that style of card.
Yeah.
Because like Hopeless Nightmare tends to be something you would want to do in that style of deck where now it's like I want to play this different. I want to play a different game.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to get all of my Tithing Blade value.
Yes.
all of it.
And it kind of similar enough is kind of similar to Hopeless Nightmare with the refurbished
because you were doing
familiar.
with the refurbished familiar, kind of it does this kind of same kind of thing,
give-
but
yeah.
also super good with your like modal spells like the
Dawnbringer
Dawnbringer
Cleric.
You
Oh, yeah.
love that card. He even mentioned, or he like messaged me like prior to the event. And he's like, yeah, I know how to beat Dredge because of you playing Dredge against me playing this deck or whatever. Like however long ago that was, back in July, or whatever. That's when Modern Horizons 3 came out.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But
I remember that.
But yeah, so
June.
his deck was very good. I like watching him prepare for this event. It was really cool.
Yeah, very, very. They put
Props
the work
to you,
in.
Austin. We love you.
Good job. 6-0-12-0.
6th place, Jonathan Dacus with Walls. This is a 12 forest version.
That's 4 more lands than Devin Northcutt says there needs to be.
God,
just catching strays this episode.
12 lands is so wild. I mean, it makes
Well,
sense.
you're also
when
on Generous End. He's got a full set of Generous Ends here.
You have like the Mana Dorks too. You have
Just-
like Kieran Ranger and
Yeah,
Korean
3
Ranger,
Absence Pilgrim.
3 Avacyn's Pilgrim, 4
Wall
Surly
of Roots, which is
Caretakers.
pauper legal.
Yep.
Wow.
4 Overgrown Battlement.
can't believe
2
y'all
Wall of
gaslit
Roots.
me into believing that card wasn't
I know.
proper legal.
Me? I didn't say. I shut my
Axebane
mouth.
Guardians.
One of you said
Also,
it wasn't-
four
wasn't
four
legal.
Shield Wall Sentinels. Are these decks always running the Shield Wall
Yeah,
Sentinels?
because
There? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
because you have to find a way to combo. It just helps you
Yeah.
find combo.
Word.
Because it tutors for either tutors for Drift of Phantasms. It tutors for I think it tutors for Drift of Phantasms. Somebody will correct me. Somebody will definitely tell me if I'm wrong. And it can definitely tutor for Secret Door, which is one I don't know if this is in this list, but
it can tutor. Yes, there's Secret Door. It can find Tuk Rubble Fort.
yes, you can give all your creatures haste. So it does lots of stuff. Also, it just tutors for like the huge mana accelerants, like Overgrown Battlement and Axebane Guardian.
Yeah. That's always been my experience of just kill the Axebane.
Yeah,
Guardian.
kill their mana producers. Like,
Kill
they just
the Guardian.
can't really do anything if you just kill their mana producers.
Right.
Their sideboard, really spicy.
Yeah, really cool.
I'm really big on these 3 Wall of Hopes.
Yeah.
That's just a sick card against mono red. Just
Can you read the card?
yeah, white mana, creature wall, 0/3. Walls can't attack. We know that. Whenever a Wall of Hope is dealt damage, you gain that much life. So if they
Pretty
bolt
sick.
it, you
Gain 3.
Yeah,
you gain 6 in a
just
weird
a-
way because that's a bolt to a creature, not your face. You know.
Sure.
And then if they can't really attack with their 3 1/1s they have in play because you just block 1, gain 1, lose 1 at the end of that.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
like down, you just turn that Godolph into lose 1 a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's all
Pretty
they
sick.
had. Yeah. And I'm really big on these Obsidian Acolytes too.
Yeah,
That-
2 Crimson Acolyte,
No,
2
those-
Obsidian Acolyte, and 2 Standard Bearer. Like a
The-
really nice
those are-
package of
those are fairly
protection
normal.
creature.
Yeah, and I guess I've just been bigger on the Obsidian Acolytes lately because it's 1 white for a creature, protection from black. You can has an activate ability of pay a white mana. Target creature gains protection from black until end of turn.
And the cool thing is there's a creature in your deck that actually filters green mana, so it makes it super easy to do that too. Because
You can also target your opponent's Brood Skill.
That's what I was gonna say. That's why I really like
target
this.
creature, yeah.
Yeah, it is very hard through Brood Skill to combo through this because their creature removal is force enough out to my sideboard.
Because I'm saying that also, so that prevents prevents them from winning the game, and that's probably on paper outside of that card, like that matchup is unwinnable, basically.
For
The Walls combo, it's basically unwinnable outside of it. But having a card like that just puts it so far in your court.
It does die to makeshift munitions, but
Yeah.
that is oftentimes a one of.
Also depends on what version of Brute Scale they're playing.
Exactly.
If they're not playing, if they're just playing like Black Green, then they just have the Nadir's Nightblade. And it's like, all right, good luck.
Yeah. So
But no, very cool. Good luck or good job to Jonathan with that deck.
Absolutely. Love to see it. In 7th place, Dustin Sendejas playing Grixis Affinity. We got a spicy one here.
So
this is another instance of maybe a potentially slightly older list, but he actually made some changes here.
So he did this on purpose. He had played the deck at one of our monthlies and did not like how whatever card felt in the deck, and was like, I want more explosiveness from the deck.
Yes.
So he put back in the 4 Frogmite over. I'm sure if you quickly glance at that list, you'll figure out what it is that's missing.
Yes. The Krark Clan Shamans and the
That's what it
Toxin
was.
Analyses.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
they have been moved to the board.
Yeah, that all got moved to the board. He was not a fan of that combination in the main deck, but wanted more explosiveness by playing the
Frogmites.
The Frogmites, yeah.
A full 4 Blood Fountains, which I think is really, really strong.
Yeah, I mean, it's what your deck's... It's like the best Blood Fountain deck, so I think it's like... Yeah. So it's... Why not play more?
Yeah, no, this is really sick. An extra Kenku Artificer as well. And then just the standard affinity package down the line from there.
So I know talking to him outside of the interview, actually, I talked to him after we even left the room, because he's quite an old Nashville player too. But I did get to touch. I mentioned the like Luffy Tech, the like the blowgun.
Yeah,
he was very interested about the blowgun.
Ooh,
especially how it would have played like in that Fairies matchup. He was like, that would have been really nice to have. So he was super interested in that. Obviously, he seems like he's willing to take ideas and change some things. He's not,
for sure.
He's not willing to break, or he is willing to break
the
sacred cows of decks and stuff, and not which
that's
is really cool.
Yeah, that's really cool too.
I wish I had a better mindset about that too. I'm like, well, obviously these people are playing these cards for a reason. It's like, well, maybe they don't work for you. Maybe you don't play the deck in the same way that somebody else does, and you want to play it in a different way. Which is Affinity is a deck that you can get away with that because there's lots of very good cards for that deck that have been played in over the years. So,
yep. Met this person I didn't meet them, but Centillus met them. They were at CubeCon.
Yeah,
this year too, so that was cool.
Yeah, he's a limited guy at heart.
Cool.
And then in 8th place, Bailey McMinn playing Kuldotha Red. Notably only 13 cards in their sideboard, but that's okay.
Only need 13.
Didn't need the other
That's
two.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's go. That's a message.
I know.
Nothing really crazy here. We're on the implements instead of the reckless lackeys. But other than that,
I mean, that's
just
what
stock stuff.
That's what Burn players in Modern did for a long time. They only played 14 sideboard cards.
Well, what was the
Gigantha
in Burn?
Yeah.
In a deck with Eidolon of the Great Revel?
Not all of them.
Okay. Now you're just gaslighting.
Some of you talking about Modern?
Yeah.
Some people weren't even playing Eidolon anymore. Like, it just wasn't good enough.
Wild.
Yeah, it's like, why
Makes me
would
so sad.
the card like barely?
What
had
about your single copy of Exquisite Firecraft, or is that a legacy thing?
Well, that was sometimes a Modern thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm showing my age.
I do love Exquisite Firecraft though.
Three implements. We see a lot of people just not on these at all. But
no, our buddy Carson, who played in the event, he was on Kuldotha Red. He told me that he just cut them entirely. Just got like a Singleton Fire Blast back in the deck, and maybe a couple other.
The implements make sense because this person Bailey is on Goblin Blast Runner.
Yeah, which I noticed looking through lists earlier today. It says kind of trending downward.
Yeah, but I like this card. The Menace is awkward.
Ian, and as I talked with Ian a little, because we were talking about we were talking about the removing Lotus Petal from the deck or whatever.
Yeah,
they said that the Blast Runner is the worst creature in the deck. Even with them playing the like Sledder Raider package, then still the worst card in the deck.
That's so weird to hear because a lot of the times it's like I'm staring down that thing and I'm like, this thing's annoying.
It is
like
annoying,
it's making my blocks extremely awkward.
Yeah.
So,
but there's like the chances where you don't get to do that thing where you like there's not anything to sacrifice.
It's a 1/2,
and then it's just a 1/2 and it looks terrible.
But at least like Lackey has like
like extra text on it.
Yeah.
Late game in quotations. Turn 5.
Late game, turn 5. Yeah.
But yeah, that was our top 8. Any other notes y'all wanna make about the top 8 in general? I can. I mean,
love that there was 8 different decks in top 8. That was cool.
Yeah,
that is really really cool. That just shows you how diverse the metagame is.
Yeah.
The
metagame for the room was pretty diverse too, honestly.
Yeah. Won by Pauper's Menace.
It did.
The Brood scale.
But that was the only person that really did well with the deck in that room.
Yeah.
Andy lost his winning in with the black green version.
That's well.
Holden also lost their winning in.
Yeah, potentially. I think Holden was at table 7.
Close.
Very close.
So yeah,
I'd have to go back and check.
But full understands how a black-green combo deck works is really the story there. Really taking all parts of the Buffalo and making use of it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely was taking very thoughtful lines of using the Eviscerator's insights. Like as much as humanly possible out of the graveyard, which is not something I had seen people do as much.
Yeah.
Like, just like taking every chance that he could.
Yeah.
To just use the Eviscerators inside out of the yard was huge.
I'm very excited to hear him talk about it, because he cited, if you go and watch the finals on YouTube and you listen to our little interview with Michael after, he cited that as the best card in his deck.
Was Eviscerator's Insight?
Yes.
Yeah, because it just makes use of your mana, because like eventually you're going to get to the point where you have so many spawn tokens in play that it just start to do that with it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It was an awesome day. It was an awesome tournament. I honestly can't wait to do another one of these.
Honestly, I think the best part of the day, or it felt like the best part of it for me, was I know once we were all done, we had the car packed up, and we went to go join everyone else for dinner. As soon as we walked in the door, there was a huge round of applause.
Yeah.
That felt good.
Yeah, that felt nice.
There was.
Thank you all.
The whole table.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Thanks for making us feel good, fam.
Yeah, just good vibes at dinner.
Yeah,
It
Really
was
good
really,
vibes.
really fun dinner. I don't know if we're going to get into challenges or anything, but I do just want to point out that Turbo Fog had a really good weekend.
Let's go.
It won a challenge.
And then just like five pilots over the weekend and like 68% win rate.
Sick.
With 5 pilots.
Yeah, the deck is very strong.
I did
Yeah.
not help the win rate for Mono Blue Terror on Sunday. I beat Koldotha in the first round, and then I lost
Terror
to,
or Fairies?
Then I lost Terror.
Oh, okay.
I lost. I in retrospect, I should have just booted up Michael's winning list and just like see what happens in a challenge.
Well,
but
yeah.
but like, I was
Don't
like,
want to tarnish the record.
Nah, I'm gonna play. No, I was like, nah, I'm gonna play some Terror. Feeling some Terror, and then I beat Koldotha in the first round, and then lost to Mono Blue Fae and Blue Black Fae in rounds 2 and 3. And I was like, I don't want to stick around for 3 more rounds of this.
I am excited to start playing more of those when I have a system that'll allow me to play a full round of Magic without crashing.
Is that something that's happened in the future or just like in general? Just
For me?
Yeah.
Talking about me getting a new computer?
Yeah. Is that happening sooner? Or than later?
Well, probably in the next couple, or probably about 2 months from now.
2?
About 2 months from now.
Oh, okay, I heard 10.
Oh, no, about two months toward the end of the year. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get there.
Couple months from now, I think I'll probably looking at getting a new computer so I can actually play these events and not. I can say that I play more than both my co-hosts at that point.
And this weekend also made me really, really want to just like get the fire under us for some like paper video content. Would be nice to get that going sometime. We just need to record a few test games and just I'll mess around with them and just feel it out. Yeah. We got everything.
We do. Obviously, we do. We clearly did it.
Yeah. So, any other closing thoughts before we wrap it up this weekend?
Pauper's great. Community's better.
This weekend.
The Gathering.
The Gathering. It's about the Gathering, fam.
I have said that forever, and will continue to say that. It's the Gathering.
Oh yeah, that incredible highlight of the week. Great way to start off 2025. Yeah, really
great. I agree.
If you made it this far, thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions or thoughts, you can send those over to us at commongroundmtgpod@gmail.com. That, as well as our Twitter handles, are all in the description below. We love hearing your ideas. We love hearing your questions, and we love running with them for topic ideas. If you enjoy listening to us, go ahead and leave us 5-star reviews on your preferred platform thing of choice. We just got another influx of Spotify reviews, so we appreciate that.
Thank you, fam.
Tell your friends. Tell your LGS. Tell your cat.
Tell your mom.
Tell your mom. That's what Teasdale says at Casting Commons a lot. Tell your mom.
I told my mom. Yeah. She came in and watched coverage.
That's
my
cute.
sister was watching a little bit. My brother said he stopped in and
I don't think my brother supported me. Piece of
donkey.
LOL.
I'm kidding. No, I sent some. I saw some Yankton people.
Nice.
And chat for a second.
Heck yeah.
So that was cool.
Yeah. Thank you all. If you were in chat, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, fam.
If you weren't in chat, go rewatch it. What are you doing? I don't care if you had work. Call in sick. No, I'm kidding.
That's aggressive.
I know. Just go rewatch it.
Be adults, but
yeah, be adults. Just go rewatch it, and I'll forgive you.
Did we do the email?
Yeah, I said the email.
All right, cool. Have a good one, fam. Thanks for listening.
Later, everyone.
I want to say Bowdy again.